Ever felt like your own mind is your biggest obstacle when stepping into a social setting? You're not alone. Today, we're peeling back the curtain on an often invisible struggle: social anxiety. It's more than just shyness, it's a pervasive feeling that affects countless aspects of daily life. In this video, we'll explore 10 unique situations that are all too familiar to those who grapple with this inner turmoil. If this sounds like you or someone you know, stay tuned. Hi everyone, welcome to MindBlend. Today we're peeling back the layers on a topic close to many hearts: social anxiety. But before we delve deeper, a quick favor. If you find discussions like this beneficial, consider subscribing to our channel and giving this video a thumbs up. Your engagement not only supports us, but also helps spread awareness about these crucial topics to a broader audience. Thank you for being here and for your support. Now let's dive into the heart of our discussion today. Scene script number 1, the fear of making phone calls. Imagine this: the phone rings and instead of rushing to answer, someone with social anxiety feels their heart race. The thought of picking up can seem so daunting that they might just stare at the device, willing it to stop. This isn't just about a dislike for calls, it's a real fear, where every ring amplifies anxiety. Now picture them rehearsing phrases over and over, trying to script the conversation before it even begins. This rehearsal isn't just about being prepared, it's a coping strategy to manage the overwhelming dread of unpredictability that phone calls can bring. And often the call is delayed, sometimes indefinitely. The reasons might sound trivial to others, but for someone with social anxiety, these moments are steeped in genuine distress. So the next time your phone rings, remember you're not the only one who feels like letting it go to voicemail. Number 2, dreaded party invitations. Imagine this: you're at home, cozy and content, when suddenly your phone lights up with a notification. It's an invite to a friend's party. Initially, there's a spark of excitement. After all, it's nice to be included. But as quickly as the joy arrives, it's overshadowed by a wave of dread. Thoughts begin to race through your mind. What will I wear? Who else is going? What if I don't know anyone there? The hours leading up to the event are filled with anxiety. You might try on multiple outfits, rehearse conversations in your head, or even create scenarios of things going wrong. The stress can feel all-consuming, making the couch and a good book seem like a far more appealing option. Yet, despite the overwhelming urge to cancel, you muster the courage to go. Stepping through that door, your heart pounds, but you're there. Just getting through the door is a victory in itself. Number 3, feeling like you're always in the spotlight. Imagine walking into a room and feeling as though every eye turns to scrutinize your every move. Whether it's entering a cafe, sitting down in a lecture hall, or simply shopping in a grocery store, there's this vivid sensation that you're on stage and every action is a crucial performance. This is the spotlight effect, a familiar feeling for those with social anxiety. For someone experiencing this, the world feels like an unending audience, keenly observing and often judging. It's not just about being watched. It's the belief that everyone is thinking about what you're doing, how you're doing it, and potentially finding fault in it. This intense self-awareness can be paralyzing, turning everyday activities into a series of challenging scenes where the pressure to perform is overwhelming. However, the truth often tells a different story. In reality, everyone else is more concerned with their own presence. Number 4, scripting everyday interactions. Imagine this: you're about to walk into your favorite coffee shop. The aroma of freshly brewed coffee wafts through the air, inviting yet intimidating. For someone with social anxiety, this isn't just a grab and go. It's a stage performance. They've rehearsed this scene multiple times in their head. What to say, how to say it, and even planning a few casual smiles. Why, you ask? It's all about reducing the unpredictability of social encounters. The less left to chance, the smaller the room for anxiety. For many, scripting these interactions isn't a choice, but a necessity. It's like having a safety net while walking a tightrope. So they stand in line, rehearsing their order. A medium latte, please, no sugar, thanks. The words are chosen carefully, practiced to perfection, to avoid any potential stumbles that could invite a spotlight of attention. Who else has their coffee order memorized to the letter? Scene script number 5, overanalyzing texts and emails. Imagine this: you receive a text message from a friend that reads simply, "Fine." Instantly your mind races. Did you say something wrong? Is your friend upset with you? Or worse, are they angry? Welcome to the world of someone with social anxiety, where every word in a digital message can feel like a hidden clue that must be deciphered. For many, digital communication is a minefield. The lack of facial expressions, tone of voice, and immediate feedback turns simple messages into complex puzzles. What does that period at the end of the sentence imply? Is it a sign of irritation or just proper punctuation? The ambiguity can be torturous. People with social anxiety often find themselves reading and rereading messages, analyzing each word and punctuation mark, trying to interpret an ocean of possible meanings. This can lead to misunderstandings and unnecessary stress. Sometimes a K is just a K. Number 6, always knowing the exits. For many grappling with social anxiety, a simple gathering isn't just about socializing. It's an exercise in strategic planning. Imagine entering a room and almost instinctively your eyes dart around, mapping out all possible escape routes. This isn't about plotting a dramatic movie-style exit, rather it's about crafting a mental safety net. Those with social anxiety often feel an overwhelming need to know they can leave uncomfortable situations quickly if needed. This hyper-awareness of surroundings isn't merely a preference, it's a necessity. It's about control in an environment where they often feel they have little. Whether it's spotting the nearest door or positioning themselves close to an exit, these strategies are about maintaining a sense of security. The logic is clear: if things become too intense, the exit is right there. This readiness to leave at a moment's notice might seem extreme to some, but for those with social anxiety, it's a critical comfort. It's not just about leaving, it's about feeling safe. Number 7. The invisible wall at social gatherings. Imagine standing in a room full of chatter and laughter where groups are sharing stories and jokes. Yet there you are, feeling as though an unseen yet palpable barrier encircles you. This invisible wall isn't made of bricks or glass, but of the anxiety that whispers you can't just walk up and join them. For someone with social anxiety, this barrier is a formidable foe. It's not about mere shyness. It's a visceral feeling that freezes you in place, making the simple act of mingling seem like an insurmountable task. The voices around you fade into a blur, and the more you try to push through this barrier, the thicker it seems to get. It's as if every step towards a group feels like walking through thick, resistive air, pulling you back to where you started. And so you remain on the fringe, observing as life unfolds just beyond reach. It's like watching life happen from behind a glass wall. Number 8, social interactions are exhausting. Imagine this: you've just spent a couple of hours at a social gathering. While others might be buzzing with energy from the interaction, you feel as though you've just finished running a marathon. The chatter, the need to maintain conversations, and the constant awareness of social cues, it all adds up, draining your mental and physical reserves. For many with social anxiety, this isn't just tiring, it's utterly depleting. The effort to appear engaged, to smile, nod, and respond appropriately can demand a level of energy that feels disproportionate to the activities performed. It's like every neuron in your brain has been in overdrive and now they're crying out for a break. This isn't about not enjoying the company of others, but rather the immense toll that anxiety can take in these settings. It's about the hidden struggle that goes unnoticed by those around you. A quiet evening alone isn't just pleasant, it's necessary. It's a time to descend into calm, to let the mind and body recover. For someone with social anxiety, a quiet evening can be the best recharge station. Number 9, being misunderstood as rude or distant. Picture this. You're at a small gathering and someone attempts to strike up a conversation. Instead of diving into a lively chat, your mind races, your palms sweat, and you find yourself giving short, clipped answers. To others, it might seem like you're brushing them off, but in reality, it's your social anxiety making it tough to express yourself. Often, people with social anxiety are seen through a lens of misconception. Their quietness can be misread as disinterest or worse, arrogance. This misunderstanding stems from the visible symptoms, like avoiding eye contact or not participating in conversations, which are misinterpreted as personal traits rather than signs of a struggle. The truth is, social anxiety is not an indicator of how a person feels about others. It's a battle with one's own fears and discomforts in social settings. Remember, it's not about disliking people, but the fear of interaction. Number 10, small victories mean the world. In the universe of someone with social anxiety, what might seem like a routine task to others can feel like climbing a mountain. Imagine this: making a phone call without rehearsing the conversation a dozen times beforehand, or stepping into a social gathering without that familiar knot in the stomach tightening with every step. These aren't just mundane activities, they are battles fought and won. For many, these moments pass unnoticed, but for someone with social anxiety, they're monumental. Each small victory is a testament to their strength and resilience. Attending a friend's birthday party, asking a question in a class full of peers, or simply ordering food in a restaurant, these actions are their own kind of heroism. These achievements might be small in the grand scheme of things, but they carry a profound significance. They mark progress, a pushing back against the boundaries set by anxiety. Every little step is a big leap forward. We've walked through corridors of the socially anxious mind today. From the dreaded phone call pause to the overwhelming party panic, each scenario painted a vivid picture of social anxiety's complex landscape. If any of these stories resonated with you, don't hesitate to share your own experiences in the comments below. Your story could be the beacon of hope for someone else. Please consider subscribing to our channel, give this video a thumbs up, and share it with friends who might find it helpful. Thank you for watching. Remember, you're not alone in this journey. Goodbye from MindBlend.